I wonder if you remember the poem, the American poem by Robert Frost about the road not taken. This is a poem which is often quoted, particularly by American students. And I'm going to come back to that because Mr. Gove is, of course, back in the news, as one would expect. Mr. Gove is leading the major rebellion against Liz Truss. And he would probably want to clarify ideas. He would say he's not against tax cuts per se, but he's against cutting taxes for the rich. Bubble up, not trickle down, he might have said. He doesn't, I think. And it's worth looking at. Rory Stewart has put on Twitter the most extraordinarily impressive interview just after the Tory conference speech by Liz Truss, an interview with a Catholic priest called Father Ray Lyons. He says, in response to the interviewer, "What did you think of the speech?" He said it was a pointless speech. There was nothing about social justice. He said he was ashamed to be a Tory. And is Gove? I think not. I think Gove is still finding his place. Is he motivated by revenge or righteous anger or frustration at pointless risk, lots of R's? Let's see if we can do some more alliteration. The liberal libertarian. It's the liberal libertarians who have seized the initiative and they are running the lunatic asylum. So the liberal libertarian lunacy that has taken over the Conservative Party. This is not the party of Disraeli or Lord Salisbury. And to suggest that people like Cameron or Major or Osborne or even May and Johnson are all part of this anti-growth coalition, that is pretty well what Mrs. May is saying. If you aren't with us, you're against us and you're wrong. That is her message. Now, of course, Gove has also been smeared with failure in his career, particularly when he was education minister. But that doesn't mean that his current criticisms are wrong. I think Gove is wrong in his obsession with looking back and looking at the road, the path not taken in the Frost image. But actually, it's not about, the route shouldn't be about regret. We need to make the best of our decisions. This is about dealing with reality, not dealing with what might have been. And we should be leaving the despondent for those people who are looking at the Robert Frost poem. Regret is for poetry, not for policy. And the way forward, I'm not convinced at the moment that Gove has provided a way forward. The way forward must be taken by the 1922 committee. They're the only people with the power to move Liz Truss out of number 10. And that needs to happen because the longer she stays there, the more damage she and Kwasi are going to do together. So from that point of view, Gove's campaign, Gove's righteous indignation, Gove's alliteration is important, is deeply important.